back to the...
Straight. We take right shoulder turn to the second buoy. Green buoy. Right shoulder turn. Third buoy. Green. Right shoulder turn.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to our live coverage of the 2023 International Canoe Federation Stand-Up Paddling World Championships, coming to you from Pattaya in Thailand. We are on Jompion Beach and we are looking forward to bringing you the best young paddlers in the world. Yes, this is our junior men about to get underway. Look at the size of this field. It is a very big field and it's going to be a really interesting race. There's some names that some of you might know. There'll be some new names pop up. We've already seen in the sprint event in the last 2 days some names that very few of us had ever heard of popping up there and causing dramas at the finish. So we'll see. I'll get my very good friend Matthew Astier in a moment to cast his eye over the field and tell us who to watch. The conditions here, well, this morning it was really windy, but as you can see there, there's still a bit of a breeze, but I don't think it's as strong as the paddlers this morning had to deal with. And here we go, Matthew Astier. Here is your start list. And again, a very big Chinese combination. And Bolai He and Cheng Yao Chen, the two names at the top of the Chinese list, were very good sprint paddlers. Are they any good over the distance?
And the defending champion, Vai Garyu, in the middle of your screen from France, is there as well. We also saw Cameron Carney from Canada, the very first name to pop up on the screen on the first screen. We've got some strong field also coming from Japan. Huge field coming from Spain. Expect one of these guys to be on the podium today. There is definitely huge talent still in Spain. They've been proving it for the past 3 years since the 2021 Spanish Tormenta. We've got Damodara Morknyuk, Augusto Garcia, another top name from Spain. Ivan Puente is another one. Hector Gesso, the surf instructor from Cornwall, Great Britain, is here with us as well. Joan Olim from Madeira is here. I was able to go on the beach just a few minutes ago just to identify some of these guys visually, just what they're wearing, what is the color of their hats, what is their board. That might prove helpful.
I think it will prove very helpful. I was wondering why you stole my accreditation. You've already stolen my pen, now you've stolen my accreditation and you ran off down to the beach. I thought that was the last. So we'll have a look now at the course. 2 laps for the juniors. It'll be it's a 10-kilometer race and a sprint start out to that first buoy, and then a big sprint there towards the finish line. 2 laps for the boys and 2 laps for the girls. 10 kilometers will be the total distance.
And the same course for the 40-plus men and women, and also for the inflatable races that we will have later on today. So yeah, that visual identification might prove useful. We got Plume on the right hand side of your screen from Thailand with the blue visor. Here's Lucas Simoncelli from Spain. We've got Quinn Pirrit from New Zealand with a black hat. That's a blonde kid in the middle of the screen. Joan Garcia, one of the favorites definitely, as well as another Garcia, that's Augusto. They've come from 2 different regions of Spain. They share the same last name. We've got Joan Olim also on the left hand side of the screen. Vai Garyu, the defending champion. That is definitely one name we need to look for. We also have Sergio Cantoral, who is last year's technical race world champion from 2022. So some big names, and definitely the future of our discipline, of SUP racing. And when I see this very widespread field coming from all around the world, I have a little boost of confidence as to where SUP racing is going with the juniors. Well, that's only the boys.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting. Whoa! Stop!
I can see Simon Ackerman there. Pretty.
A little bit deep. It's a little bit deeper there than a couple of them thought, by the way. So definitely there a break start for some of the athletes. So they'll have to get back now and do it all again, which gives me a chance to say, just to endorse the comments you just made there about the future of our sport looks strong. And I think what we were particularly excited about yesterday was the number of new nations, different nations, Matthew, who were competing in the finals. for the men's and women's juniors, and in fact, we saw our first ever Indonesian world champion in the men's junior. Is he racing today? Is he?
I haven't seen Arip. Indonesia. Let me go. It's sorted by country. I don't think we have him on the field today. Actually, it's all mixed up. But no, I don't see him. Indonesia. Do you see the Indonesian flag? No, we don't. No, we don't. Probably focusing on the technical race competition, which starts tomorrow. We've got some top names coming out of France, out of Spain, out of Italy. Mattia Livonese being one of them. From Japan as well, from Thailand, of course, from Portugal, Great Britain, and a big question mark on the Chinese contingent. We saw definitely some strong Chinese athletes in the sprints.
Our starter is trying to get a bit of discipline amongst these young paddlers. It's a little bit like herding cats, though. None of them ever go where you want them to go, but it's a very loose-looking line there, and we're ready to go now in the men's junior race. Here we go.
That is the official start. We need that drone shot to be able to identify Simon Ackermann, looking pretty strong out of the blocks in the middle of your screen, but someone is going faster on the left-hand side. That could well be, was definitely Sergio Cantora on the NSP, but there's a starboard board right in front of him. It could be Joan Garcia or Augusto Garcia. We're gonna have a better look soon. The black board on the left hand side belongs to Damodara Morknyuk from the Ukraine. Who is that guy in front with a white hat? I am not sure.
The white hat and the long sleeves on the starboard boat. He's going to be our early leader by the look of things. See if we can get a number.
We need to identify the bib number. Yes, for sure that is. Although white on yellow is going to be a little bit tricky.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe something to change for next year. But someone else is having a good start, and it is that athlete on the left hand side. I don't think it is Plume. It's an Asian paddler. We are past the last buoy of the course of the race. That's the red buoy. So we're going to ignore that for now. What is the from Germany, Marlon. Maybe Marlon from Germany at the front, or the Greek paddler. Andreas
from yesterday.
Andreas, who was on the podium yesterday. That could be him. Let's try and be lucky with the numbers. Actually, you could help us out. Identify some of these guys. They're not wearing a GPS tracker, so we only can recognize them on our screens and being fed information from the judges on the course as to who's in front. But right now it's just our eyes. It could be Plume at the front, actually,
coming across
from
now.
Thailand. Yeah, the starboard kids, Natapat Koman could be in the lead right now. I think it is, yeah.
So hopefully in a moment we're going to get this is a little bit tricky, because as you can see the yellow and white bib combination makes it very hard, in fact almost impossible to read those numbers.
The keep paddling hat from Japan.
Okay, here we go around the and there's going to be a little bit of drama here, I think, the way things are shaping up. Terrible corner there for our leader. Just forcing a whole heap of paddlers very wide. He's struggling to stay on board here.
There's Ivan Frutos from Santa Pola, the blonde ponytail on the starboard.
So you're right, Plume is in front. We've got the GPS up and running now. If that's accurate, it is Koman from Thailand in front.
All right, so it would be Senoglu. I think Senoglu is actually a name coming out of Spain. That red hat, I'm pretty sure belongs to Vaik Garyu on the starboard, the defending champion. And who's on the NSP? Maybe that That's Spanish. Although it's a Greek name, I think it comes from Spain. That needs to be confirmed. Let me check my start list. But at the front, taking the matter for himself, that is Ivan Frutos from Santa Pola, Alicante, Spain. He's currently in the lead. There's an SIC Maui board there, red and white, on the right-hand side of your screen, who is positioning himself also at the front, as well as the Japanese athlete on a Kenny Kaneko board. And we've got the junior women at the same time, so we're going to try and guess as much as possible. Some top names, obviously, in the junior women's as well, with Kyriaki Logotetti, the new
world champion Cecilia Pampanelli, of course, the defending champion in this race. Silver medal yesterday. Should be absolutely desperate. Naya Pintarec was very good yesterday, Slovenia, finishing third in the women's junior sprint.
And so the list says Alexia Soto. She was on the podium last year. Unfortunately, she is injured, so she's not starting today. She wasn't starting the sprint. She's injured and unable to grab the paddle at the moment.
Please back, starboard. Thank you.
So we are now waiting to get the women's race underway. Also 10 kilometres, so 2 laps. And there goes the Huda. They are off and racing in the women's 10 kilometre.
Good start by Skadi Langben.
Junior long distance.
On the Sonoma, she was quickly on her feet, but who's got the best start? It is a starboard at the front, although the field is pretty even at this stage between all these athletes. Who's pushing the hardest at the front? Let's not forget we've got Cecilia Pampinella on the field, and I think that's her right there, Cecilia Pampinella, next to an athlete on an NSP board that could be on the left-hand side, Naya Pinteric from Slovenia, placing second. Although she's got a very similar figure as Claudia Postiglione, very much the same, a similar figure between the Slovenian and actually that could be Naya Pinteric on the right-hand side and Claudia Postiglione, the Italian, the 15-year-old Italian behind Cecilia Pampinella. But Cecilia, as you would expect, pushing hard to try and get that leading position ASAP into the 10-kilometer race.
I think I can see Logothetti just off the back of that lead couple there. So in the mix in the middle of the race.
We have Skadi Langben on the Sonova.
Yes.
On the right-hand side, she's probably sitting in 6 or 7 position, obviously virtually speaking. But Cecilia Pampinella is getting the job done on a new board. She was giving that not as an excuse, but as one of the reasons why she would not have performed as well as we would expect. We would only expect a gold medal from this 17-year-old who's now not only a top junior racer but also a top open women racer. She's only competing in the junior division though, under the ICF, but at independent events she can win across ahead of a top international field, and she's been doing so quite a few times already. Cecilia Pampinella first, I think it is Claudia Postiglione in second, next to the Slovenian Naya Pinteric, who's losing her balance a bit there. She's got a strong canoe slalom background, and she's only starting with the with SUP racing, and she picked a bronze medal.
She got a bronze medal yesterday in the sprint behind Logothetti and Pampinelli. So just out in front now, just trying to get a measure now as we go around the first buoy, and it is Cecilia Pampinelli in front, sitting pretty comfortable. What's it, Italian 1-2 is it at the moment, Matthew, by the look of things?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, of course, on the second one. Skadi Langben has lost a lot of ground there, probably in over the 10th position on the Sonova board, the tall blonde girl from Germany. I haven't identified yet who is on that SIC Maui
So
board.
there's some
though.
names coming up there. Coxix from Hungary is there. Davis from New Zealand. Langbeen from Germany. So now we're seeing them start to string out a little bit. So there's for the men, Cantarell, Perotti, Ackerman, Frutos, Puente. All of those names you would expect, Matthew, to be up there in the lead pack somewhere. A bit hard to tell from this distance who is who, but it's a very big lead pack. It is Sergio Cantarell, according to our GPS tracker, who is in front. I have no reason to dispute that unless you can tell me otherwise, Matthew.
Well, I don't recognize the NSP board at the front, that's the only thing, and I don't see a Scarboard board either. I see an SIC Maui board in second place, but I think in first it has to be a Japanese athlete on a potentially Kenny Kaneko board, because that's the grey color is being is the signature color of the Kenny Kaneko brand. But obviously we're pretty far away from these guys. In third place, though, I can guarantee this is Ivan Frutos. In third, I think Sergio Cantoral on the NSP, the tall guy, is in
Sarah from the China
fifth
team,
place
can you please report
right
to ID
now. I think
control?
that's him in fifth place.
Sarah from China team, can you please come over to ID
Well, we've got
control?
a Sonova board in
Thank
there.
you.
In third place, next to Ivan Frutos, closer to us on the Sonova board, is Vaik Garyu, the defending champion from France.
But our apologies if you're watching at home. Our apologies, we can't be more accurate. So according to, well, I'm not quite sure how accurate that is, because I don't know how many of the athletes are wearing the GPS trackers, but it says there that it's Frutos in front, and Pirret, the New Zealander, who was a bit of a surprise packet in the sprint. You said he was wearing a black cap. I think I can see him sitting there in around, is he fourth at the moment? Is that the New Zealander sitting in fourth position, Matthew, I think?
He's wearing a black hat. He's got an NSP board that is a Queen Period, right?
Yeah, yep. So I think that might be him sitting fourth.
Fourth, I think that's a Sonova board.
To be honest, you've got good eyes. You've got very good eyes.
But I definitely saw Vaigayu, Ivan Frutos still in third place. So there's an SIC Maui board at the front. I think that's a Japanese guy wearing a white hat on the left-hand side. Ivan Frutos in third. On the Sonova board, the black hat belongs to Vaik Garyu.
Yes,
So that is not Queen Period.
No, I meant the guy next to him. Next
And next to him, there's an NSP blue hat athlete. I will go with Sergio Cantoral, although it could be
1, 2, 3,
Andreas,
4, 5, 6.
the Greek
7,
guy. I think it's
8.
Sergio Cantoral.
Maybe in that front group of 8, I think that might be Pirret at the back, is it? Of that group of 8 at the front. Just check. Does that look like him?
Well, it looks like a blue hat from here. It could
Blue?
be.
I think it's black. That's a black hat. What are you
That's a
talking?
black hat?
No, you're looking at a different guy. No, the guy in front of him.
Oh, the guy in front of him. Yeah.
I think that could be him. That could be our New Zealand friend Quinn Pirret. But it's very hard to tell from here.
Well, hopefully we will have the drawn out very soon, because unless we have it, it will be very tough for us at this stage to tell you exactly who's at the front. Of course, you can help us through the YouTube chat. If you're on Planet Canoe YouTube channel, you can, and you want to help us out identify these guys, please send in your comments, and we'll gladly relay them on air. So
a very big lead pack now in the boys, in the juniors. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about a dozen, just over a dozen paddlers in that lead group now as we head down towards the second of the major buoys that they will go around, and a group of about 12 and then a slight gap, and then the next group, the chase pack, although that front group is thinning out all the time. There are stragglers falling off the back of that front pack as the pace starts to pick up. It is 2 laps, 10 kilometres, 5 kilometres per lap. These are the best young paddlers in the world. This is their junior men, and if you would have just seen, the junior women are also in the water. So according to our GPS, and again, this is we know that there's a few athletes in that front group who don't have trackers on because we can't see a couple of the big names that we know are up there, but Frutos, Cantarell and Perotti, Pirret there as well, Livanese from Italy, Malakakis was the Greek that I think you were spotting before, Matthew, Garcia Puente is there, but no Guru there. We know he's up there, we know he's in that front group. So
Vaik definitely at the front in the top 5.
USA
And
athletes
potentially the Japanese athlete could be Kotaro
from ID
Miyahira.
control out.
Definitely one of the strong sub racers, young sub racers from Japan.
And we'll try and get an update for you on the women as well, because they're starting to sort themselves out as well. They started just after the men, so the men will finish first. They're out there having already been on the course for a quarter of an hour. And the women took off about 5 minutes after the men. And early on it was Cecilia Pampanelli from Italy who was leading the field, but that was very early stages. We haven't had an update for a little while, so let's just wait and see if our cameras, if our drone or anybody out there can pick up where our leading female athletes are at the moment. But looks like they're starting to string out a little bit now, Matthew, in the juniors. There's a bit of a gap being applied, a bit of pressure being applied at the front of that group, trying to get in charge of this race.
Wow, you can actually zoom in a drone now, from a drone.
So these are your men coming down to the halfway stage, I think, is it, Matthew, of the
2.5k
of the first lap.
Completed. And these athletes will have to complete 2 laps to reach the 10k distance.
So there's the update from the women's group, and it does look like it is Pampanella in front from Shibara from Japan.
It would be great, I don't know if the production crew can hear us, it would be great to have the names a lot longer on screen for us to be able to call them out. That would be amazing. And so Frutos in the lead with Sergio Cantoral, Mattia Livernese, Quinn Pirret from New Zealand, another group of 3.
It would be good if we can,
paddlers.
I'm not sure why our drone is so far from the field. Surely we can go down a lot lower. We can't? Georgia, our incredible photographer, is shaking her head. We can't get the drone lower? Oh, okay. So just explaining to you at home, Georgia knows everything. It's because of the live stream connection. If we go any lower, we lose the connection. So that's why, folks at home, if you're getting frustrated, we can't go any lower because we would lose the connection. So we just have to try. There's no way in the world we can identify athletes from this height, but it does give us an idea of how strung out they are, how many there are in that lead pack. And at the moment, it looks like there's 2 paddlers, I think now, Matthew, making a bit of a dash. I think we've got 2 paddlers who are trying to make a gap on the rest of the field. They're making a move at the halfway stage of the first lap. They're trying to blow this race apart. I tell you what, I don't know, is that Frutos in front? Because he is now...
It is not.
No, I don't think it's not.
Ivan Frutos is in 3rd place right now, I think.
Trying to bridge the gap. He's trying to get across to this this lead pack of 2, and then now starting to pull them in. So it was an attempted breakaway, but it has not worked, although our paddler out in front is still going at a pretty high rate here. He's still trying to get ahead and to split this field. There's too many people there for his liking. He wants to try and thin this field out a little bit.
Well, there's a few options here for as far as guests are concerned. It's either a Sonova board, and that could be Vai Garyu, but I don't think it is. I think Vai Garyu is just behind Ivan Frutos in 4th position, right next to Sergio Cantoral. I have the feeling it's a Kenny Kaneko board because I don't recognize the NSP.
So you reckon it'd be
colours,
a Japanese paddler?
and I reckon it's a Japanese paddler. And my gut feeling would go with Kotaro Miyahira from Japan, but unless we have a bib number confirmation, we can't really,
yeah, we're not going to see the bibs. The yellow and the white bibs are just impossible to read. So we're just going to have to rely here on a bit of luck, I think, more than anything, to be able to work out who that is. Unless some of our eagle-eyed viewers at home can confirm for us on our stream. You might have a better understanding of better knowledge of who each of these paddlers are than us, but we think it's a Japanese paddler in front. It's saying Ivan Frutos, but no, we're pretty certain that that's not him in the front of the course.
But who's made a move that's in 3rd place right now, behind the SIC Maui board, which we haven't identified yet, is Vai Garyu, the defending champion now on the Sonova, placing himself in 3rd position. We've got an NSP board behind him. I think that's Sergio Cantoral. Another NSP board behind him.
Quinn Perrott.
Quinn Perrott.
Potentially,
yeah. Although Quinn Perrott is wearing a black hat, so if you spot a black hat, that could be the New Zealander. Yeah, but it's slightly. I think Quinn Perrott is here. Yeah,
he's 5th.
He's in actually
6th
place
position at the moment
right
for the New Zealander. He's got the black singlet on as well, hasn't he? The New Zealand all black singlet, sitting in 6th position. So
2 paddlers at the front we haven't identified yet. If you can help us with the chat, let us know who's at the front, because right now it looks like neither the GPS nor the people around us are able to tell us who they are. I have the feeling they come from Southeast Asia countries. We have I believe a Kenny Kaneko board at the front and an SIC Maui board in 2nd place right now. But Vai Garyu is pushing hard. That's him on the Sonova board. Vai Garyu, who is now taking that 2nd spot, and you know what? He might even be able to take the leading position. That is him now, overtaking not just one but 2 paddlers, potentially at least sharing the leading position with this other paddler, and I'm pretty sure that is a Kenny Kaneko board on the left hand side. So Vai Garyu now in the lead, the defending champion. We have an NSP board, a tall athlete with a blue hat. I'm pretty sure that's Sergio Cantoral, who is the world champion from 2022 in technical race. I think he was on the podium also of the long distance. So who are the 2 other paddlers with them? The Kenny Kaneko board and the SIC Maui board. Hopefully in a few moments we'll be able to identify them, because I have a feeling that we're going to stick with them for quite a while. Oh, that's a big upset. Naya Pinteric.
Wow, that is
a bronze medalist from yesterday's sprint competition.
She is
out
already
of the event.
And we thought we were calling her up near the front of the field too. So if she's out, that is a big withdrawal from the women's event. So from what we understand, it is still Cecilia Pampanelli in front. But as for the rest, it is trickier, and we apologise at home that we can't be more accurate at this stage. But as you can see, watching at home, it is very hard to get a bead on the bib numbers. Some of these juniors we've never seen before. This is the first time they've competed at an ICF World Championships. We did our best before the race to go around and eyeball some of them to see who they were, but there are some who have snuck under the radar. So we're just looking online.
So Vai Garyu In the lead on the Sonova, it is a Kenny Kaneko board. Yes, I have a visual confirmation. It is a Kenny Kaneko board in second place, but we don't know who, what the name of that athlete is. It is Sergio Cantoral in third place, and the SIC Maui board next to him belongs to an athlete whose name we don't know just yet. So bear with us. We're going to have hopefully a confirmation of those two names in that group of four top paddlers at the front. But it is definitely the defending champion, Vai Garyu, whose brother just picked up 2 gold medals in the sprint and today in the long distance, Noe Garyu, and whose dad is competing again as well in this World Championship. And look at that huge acceleration that Vai Garyu is capable of producing right now in those bumps. Obviously an excellent downwinder from Noumea, New Caledonia. Vai Garyu extending his lead, I wouldn't say over the Japanese paddler, but managing to break that group of 4 into 2 separate groups of 2, but Sergio Cantoral able to make a big push and very, very close to regrouping with the Japanese paddler right in front of him.
So online we're struggling to identify some of these mystery paddlers as well. We have been asked though if we can give a shout out to the Kuala Lumpur SUP team from Malaysia who have joined this event. Adam, Karina, Awal, Zinedine, Kayleen, Mithran, Mia and Toyoshi. Is great to have. Here we go. Can we get a number here? Can you get that number? God, it's hard to read, isn't it? You and I have got tired old eyes. We can't see the number even. But we know the leader. That is no problem. But we cannot, for the life of us, see the number. The white on the yellow. Just a mental note for next year: do not do white on yellow, folks. Nobody can see the numbers. You can't read them. But there is a group of 4 out in front, just like there were for the senior women. A group of 4 out in front with the race amongst themselves at this moment. Quite a big gap now opening up to the next best. I think that Quinn Perrott is in the next group, so 57 metres away from our lead pack. But are we certain that Cantorell is there? I think Sergio Cantorell is in that front group, isn't he, Matthew? I think we can see him there.
Yeah, that's him in third position.
Yep, in third position.
On the NSP.
So we can identify 2 of the athletes.
So Vai Garyu on the Sonova board. That's him right there.
Well, there we go. There's a. Well, there we know who that is. Let's see if we can get.
We know this guy. Let's have a 284. 284.
Shimazu.
That is Shimazu Nariakira. That is the Japanese name that we were looking for. What is the gentleman on his left-hand side on the SIC Maui board? And look at those swell movements. Definitely something to grab when you're downwinder. That swell movement is going in the right direction and is definitely helping Vai Garyu at the front of that race. Look at them standing very straight position for Shimazu Nariakira in second place. We've got Sergio Cantoral in third. And who is that paddler? That number, we want to see that number. It's a 2.
Just trying to get as close as we possibly can to see the number, because we've identified 3 of the 4.
The last one.
But just the last one, we're trying to get an idea of what number that is. He's in the front 4.
Well,
Nope.
you know what? I did call Kotaro Miyahira, and I saw maybe an 8 and a 2 in there. And Kotaro Miyahira is actually wearing a bib. Kotaro comes with 282, so it might be Kotaro Miyahira, who is part of the SIC Maui team. Actually, I'm just going to check that.
While you're doing that, confirmation that is Vakaru is sitting there in the lead. We know it's Shimozo from Japan sitting second. Cantorell is third. That is your front three paddlers, and sitting off the back, we're just waiting to confirm who that fourth paddler is. So, well, we hope you've enjoyed this game we've been playing at home. It's like a Inspector Clouseau mystery, where you've got to identify the suspects in the room and who would be likely to be the murderer. But none of these are, of course. These are all junior athletes. Here we go. There's a bit of a move from our international man of mystery, sitting at the back of the leading quartet, trying to make a bit of a move on Cantarell, who's sitting in third place at the moment, behind the Frenchman and the Japanese paddler, and then the Spanish paddler Cantarell third. And Matthew, do you got any information for us at all?
Not really. However, let's talk about Vaigayu for a little bit. This athlete is only in his 17th year. He has seldom come out of New Caledonia, but when he has, and he only started last year competing internationally, every time he has is won big international races, and he showed that again last year at in Poland, in Gdynia, and obviously he's got some good mentors in New Caledonia with the likes of Titouan Pouillot, Clément Colmas, Benoît Rivière as well, who is the local coach coaching all these guys, and of course his older brother Noik Gayu, who once again won gold this morning after winning gold yesterday in the sprints. So Vaigayu defending his 2022 title
Ackerman,
here
is it? It's not.
Thailand.
No. It's
So
not.
Ackerman is at the back, for sure. And I think that is 282. I can read on this jersey.
So maybe while we've got the front four for the men at the moment, I wonder if we can get an update on if we can get any pictures of our women's lead. Of our women's lead packers. We'll just wait till we go around this buoy here, because all sorts of things can happen here. We might catch a number here. Let's see if we can get a number as they come around the buoy. Cantarell around in third place. Our international man of mystery sitting there in fourth position, trying to hang on. The top three making a bit of a burst, but he catches on again, catches onto the tail of Cantarell, sitting comfortably now, and it looks like he's going to make a move. He's making a move. He doesn't want to sit there at the back anymore, and he's moving up through the field now. He's taking advantage of his anonymity. He's taking advantage of the fact nobody knows who he is, and he's thinking, well, if they don't know who I am, maybe they can't see me, and I can sneak up here when nobody's watching and move into second place. And I think he's going to move into outright second now and just jump in behind our leader, who is Roikuru, who is sitting first. It's the Japanese paddler Shimazu, who is sitting second at the moment, although now he is about to fall back into third. And is our man about to move into the lead? This is going to make for a very awkward race for us if we go, getting a bit close there. Let's not... here we go, Matt. Do you have good your eyes now? I thought we nearly might have his eyes.
We needed that shot though.
Yep.
And that...
I tell you what, he's made a big move on that lead,
Yeah,
though.
he
He's moved into second position now, and he's shunted Shimizu back to third, and Cantarell now drops back to the back of that quartet into fourth. He just about had a bit of a spill as well, so just getting in each other's way a little bit here. It's not really necessary. You can just take it easy.
So if you see a 2, an 8 and a 2, that would be Kotaro Miyahira. And I think it is, but I just want to be 100% sure.
Who do you think it is?
Kotaro Miyahira. I think I recognize an 8 and a 2. And just like for Rika Okuaki in the women's race, I called his name pretty early into the race, and
well, he's gone into the lead now. He's been he's determined to get up in front and to dictate the race on his terms. He was tired of... I tell you what, there's a little bit of congestion there, and he has moved into the outright lead with Guru. Is he happy to sit in second? I don't think he is. I don't think he wants to sit behind. I think he wants to get back in the lead. So a little bit of an arm wrestle going on here. Totally unnecessary. You would think totally unnecessary at this stage of the race to be trying to get in each other's way. Just be happy to sit back in the slipstream, boy. Let him do the work. But at the moment he is... and what's happening as a result is that they are clearing out these two paddlers, putting a little bit of distance between themselves and Cantarell and Shimazu. I wonder if we can get some pictures, if we can get some shots of our women's juniors. I'd be interested to see how big the front pack is in the women's group, because we know that Cecilia Pampanelli was in front, but if we can get a shot in just a moment, after we get around this buoy, if we can get a shot of our leading women's group and get an idea who is leading there, that would be very, very useful.
Huge chasing group of paddlers. Behind the four athletes at the front are recognized Damora Morkniuk, Augusto Garcia was one of them. Here they are. A huge group of junior paddlers in the chase as we are now entering lap number 2. So 5 kilometers to go. We are 34 minutes into the race, probably 32 minutes into the race for the first group, meaning that we should well be under the 1:05 time for the and even Frutos is in there. He was in the lead for a while. He's dropped quite a few places.
So there's been a bit of excitement, a bit of interesting racing going on. We're just trying to locate our lead pack for the women. As soon as we find pictures of our lead pack for the women, we will bring them to you, but they started after the men, so they will possibly be about a kilometre or two behind the men. But there is our lead pack there for the junior men, and it is still at the front of the... Just our international man of mystery is in the lead.
So we actually have someone in our chat, that's Yoshi. Thank you very much. We're going to base our assumptions based on what he's saying. He's confirming that the SIC Maui board belongs to Kotaro Miyahira, so that would mean we have 2 Japanese in the front pack of 4, along with Vaik Garyu and Sergio Cantoral, the other Japanese being Nariakira Shimazu, or rather Shimazu Nariakira.
Yeah, that's great. And apparently Mike Perrott tells us that Quinn Perrott turns 16 today.
Wow. Celebrating
his birthday out there. What else would you want to do on your birthday than sit out there contesting a stand-up paddling world championship long distance race in the baking Thai sun? Just getting out there, having fun with your mates, doing great stuff, getting a face full of salt water, getting those cracked lips, the sunburnt face, sunburnt back of the neck, sore arms, sore legs. Happy 16th birthday, Quinn.
Very happy birthday, Quinn.
Hope you're enjoying your day. I hope tonight, bro, they give you, they take you out.
He's a
maybe.
New Zealander. We've got a New Zealander in the house. We've got Georgia. Come on, Georgia. Say happy birthday to Quinn Perrott.
Of course, a massive happy birthday to Quinn Perrott, and hi to all the New Zealanders out there. Kia ora koutou. Young Quinn has been paddling since he was about 4 years old. I remember seeing him down at the beach with his dad, Mike. So that kid's got some history on the water.
All right, well, we're going to hope he has a big finish here and can get in touch with his front 4. Why aren't you covered in pig fat sitting out in the water, Georgia? I told you, coat yourself up in pig fat and just go and plonk yourself in the water. We're looking forward to just seeing your head bobbing in the waves. We saw you earlier on. I spotted you earlier on. We also spotted a fisherman sitting out there in the middle of the course earlier on today as well. I think he's gone. Maybe he's caught his lunch and he's gone home and he's cooking. He's having a fry up, a fish fry up. But look at our front 4. Now we're still waiting to find our leading women. We want to find out who is leading the women's pack at the moment, because that is a junior world championship race, and when we last saw, Cecilia Pampanelli was in front. Is she still there? Let's try and catch up with our women's group. If we can find out where they are, that would be really, really useful.
So meanwhile, in the men's, We have identified our 4 top paddlers, 2 Japanese in there. At the front right now on the Kenikaneko board, that is Shimazu Nariakira. We have another Japanese in there on the SIC Maui board, that's Kotaro Miyahira. And we have, of course, Vaik Gayu from New Caledonia, the Frenchman, defending his title. Who have we got in the girls? I don't think these are the leading.
I don't think that's our lead pack there.
Junior women. But the pace is definitely fast for these junior boys who are now, for the very first time in ICF World Championship history, paddling on hardboards. Obviously, they had 2 days on hardboards in the sprint competition, but prior to the 2023 ICF SUP Worlds, they were on inflatable boards only. And actually, Ross, do you know the background story at ICF behind why it was decided that this year the juniors, both men and women, are now paddling on hardboards?
Are you going to tell me?
Oh, I'm hoping you're going
I
to.
thought
You're going to tell us
well,
the
I'll tell you
background
what,
story.
we could ask our man Hoi Shan Kwan to come over and fill us in on the details. But at the moment, he's trying to find our leading women's pack. They're going through all our camera angles, trying to find where our women are at the moment. But we saw some of the, I think they're in front of us now. They're also not your lead pack from the women. So that must be coming down to, they've certainly finished the first lap, I would have thought. The women and they would be on to their second lap. If not, they'd be very, very close, I think, to rounding the final buoy on the first lap. But we are looking at the front 4 men. Just repeating, we have 2 Spanish pack. Sorry, we have.
Front.
Here we
front
go.
Of the women's field in the juniors, we have Cecilia Pampinella in the lead. I'm pretty sure this is Claudia Postiglione from Italy as well in second. Given Naya Pinteric, who has a similar silhouette, who has pulled out apparently for some reason. We have an SIC Maui board. It would be good to stick with the women for a while because we haven't seen much of them so far into this race. So here they are, the SIC Maui board. God, we have another SIC Maui ghost athlete. I'm unable to say who that is in third place. I think it is Xilas Koksis from
Hungary, yeah.
The swimming champion, converted to SUP racing not long ago, in 4th place right now. But Cecilia Pampinella leading the field, as you would expect from the 3-time 2022 ICF SUP World Champion.
Yeah, and no surprises there. And I know you saw her, spoke to her yesterday, and she certainly looked very, very determined to get back on top of the podium after losing yesterday in the sprint. And we're just going around this buoy now. It is Cecilia Pampinelli in front. We believe it's her Italian teammate sitting in second place. And we're trying to get an idea of who that is on the third boat there. But again, like it is in the boys, a group of 4 out in front for the women as well. I think they've just completed, have they not, their first lap, Matthew? So 1 lap down, 1 lap to go for the girls. You're pretty confident that is an Italian 1-2 at the moment?
Yeah, I seem to recognize Claudia Postiglione right there. She's only started on the international racing scene. I only met her for the very first time just 2 months ago. But since then, I've seen her competing very strongly at international level, even taking the lead right now. That is amazing. Unless
Shibahara. Now we've got Shibahara in that front group.
So
that must be her. That's her third.
The SIC Maui board, but it is Claudia Postiglione right there. I'm pretty sure. Unless it is no, that's not Logothetti.
No, it's definitely not Logothetti. Definitely not.
So Koksis,
Koksis is 4th. I think it is. Well, I think our GPS tracker is right. That is Shibahara sitting in 3rd place. So Pampinella second at the moment. I think you're right. Postiglione is sitting in the lead. Pampinella second. Shibahara third. And Koksix from Hungary fourth. We believe. That's how we're calling it right now. Look, I'd like to be more confident, but if anyone watching at home, again, we're relying on our eagle-eyed viewers from home. If you've got a better idea than us of exactly who's who, but we're pretty confident with this one that is our lead four in the women's race as we head into the second lap of 2. It is Postiglione from Italy, her Italian teammate and defending champion Pampinella sitting in second. Sitting third, we believe it's Shibahara from Japan, and fourth, Koksix from Hungary, sitting in fourth position. So that is your lead four at this stage in the women's junior race.
And you know how old Claudia Postiglione is at the front? Just 15. That's amazing. 15 years old and only starting in the world of SUP racing with some amazing results already. In front of an absolute phenomenon, Cecilia Pampinella, who's been ruling the junior SUP racing scene for the past 2 years, but seems to be not her normal self actually in this competition.
I mean, we say that she only lost by 0.02 of a second yesterday. I think, last year she set the bar, Matthew, so high. And we thought coming back this year in the juniors again, having dominated junior racing last year, she's been racing well all this year. We really thought she'd come out here again today or this week and continue what she did last year. Absolutely, I'm not taking away from her ability. Who have we got this coming in from the left? Who's that?
That could be Logotheri actually.
No, I don't think it is. Is that one of the girls coming in there on the left? Let's try and get a bit of a look there, going around there. I think it might well be. Let's have a look. Is that lead group of 4 about to be a lead group of 5? It was a bit hard to see from that camera angle who it was, but we'll get an idea in just a moment if there is a 5th athlete that has now joined this train. Well, yes.
Yeah, it's a group of 5 now. A new starboard athlete. I've just joined the fun at the front of the junior women's race with Claudia Postiglione, with Cecilia Pampinella, Shibahara from Japan, Cila Koksix from Hungary, and here's our 5th athlete at the front of the race. Let's see what number we can find on her jersey.
Very hard to tell from here who that might be. Is it a? Not even certain that it's one of the junior women. It might be. Oh, look! You can see the swell there, causing a little bit of bobble there for a couple of the athletes. It's very hard to tell from here. We're really struggling to see any of the numbers.
Well, it's either one of the junior men or short hair.
So it's Logotheti. Logotheti is there. Well, no, she's 48 seconds behind. So no, now it says 135 meters. So she's not there. Is it? Oh God, I don't want to embarrass myself here.
Neither do I.
I don't want to embarrass myself. Maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut until we know definitely who that is. Sitting currently in 5th position. Sort of came out of nowhere and joined the group on a starboard. So maybe one of our starboard crew that are watching can get us a message of who that might be. Sitting 5th at the moment. It's either somebody who's in the lead pack for the women or somebody who's relying on this lead pack of women to catch up in the men's. Just falling off a little bit off the back now. So we may not have to worry about it for too long, judging by the way this is padding out. Oh boy, it's not as challenging as last year. Remember last year when we were sitting on the beach and we had one camera because it was the conditions were so bad. we couldn't get any cameras out on the water, and we just saw them once every hour. They'd come across.
You know what, Ross? Next year, put me on a boat next to these
tell you what,
these athletes. I would be able to identify these guys, and I think
it's a boy.
That's a boy.
Or again, I'm not.
Or short hair, very short hair, woman athlete, but I doubt it.
Oh, I wish I was more confident. I in this day and age, I don't want to be cancelled. I don't want to be the victim of cancel culture here on the live stream coverage of the 2023 International Canoe Federation World Championships. My name is Mathieu Astier.
You wish.
Yeah. One of our online viewers is pretty confident that it is a guy sitting in 5th position. So, Branislav, if you're confident, I'm going to...
Viewers are allowed to say it.
Viewers are allowed to say it. We can't say it, but let's go with it. Thank you, Branislav, for saying what we were possibly thinking. Maybe we can get Georgia to say it, because you can't cancel a photographer. There's no cancel culture for photographers. The lens never lies. So but anyway, we're on the wide shot now. Let's see if we can cross back to the men now, get an update on where they are, because they are well and truly into their second and last lap. When we last saw them, there was a group of 4 in front.
It is still on the right-hand side of your screen. I think that is Vaigayu on the Sonova, but someone else is pushing hard, and that is the Japanese on the Kaneko board.
That's Shimazu, is it?
Shimazu.
No, Shimazu and Miyahari is also there. 2 Japanese paddlers, and of course the Spaniard Cantarell is there as well. They've spread out a little bit there. Look at that. They are 4 wide on the course now. They are heading down towards the final buoy and then the turn for the finish.
Yeah, on the right hand side it's actually Kotaro Miyahira on the Kaneko board, and then Shimazu Nariakira is on the Sikh Maui red and white. But I think at the front it is still Vaik Garyu from France on the Sonova board leading the field. It looks like Sergio Cantoral has decided to
on the left. He's gone out to the left, has he?
So it would be on the right for him.
And there is a chase pack behind, but they are quite a distance. Even though it looks like they're making up ground there, I'm pretty certain that there's a pretty big gap there between that quartet in front, which is now, by the way, I feel that Miyahari is dropping off the pace a little bit. It looks like he's been left behind in a bit of a sprint here. And it looks like it is on the right-hand side, Garu and Shimazu, who are going out now, and maybe Garu is putting a bit of distance. Very hard to tell, and very hard to tell where exactly Cantarell is, because he's so far to the left of... And what do we got here? We've got a boat. Is that our fisherman again, sitting there in the middle of the course?
That's someone from the staff, I think.
Oh,
someone's taking a fall. That's Sergio Cantoral.
Cantarell has taken a fall.
2022 silver medalist has been disbalanced by the crosswind coming from his left-hand side. So that would be from the right-hand side on your screen. And
didn't lose a lot of time, Matthew, but much. Just momentum. Lost momentum. He's now soaking wet, standing up, trying to get back in touch. But I tell you what, is that the crucial moment of this race?
Yeah, we have got less than 2 kilometers to go for the junior men. We are 50 minutes into a 10-kilometer race. They're expected to finish just north of 1 hour. So 10 minutes to go, or slightly more than 10 minutes to go for the junior men, and the pace has picked up. And look at those accelerations again. The Japanese athletes, Kotaro Miyahira, on the Kaneko board.
He's well back, I think, isn't he? Isn't that Shimazu who's there second?
No, it is Kotaro on Miyahira on the Kaneko board, right? Let's see that.
Double check that. I thought it was Shimazu. Look, you are the man. You are the man, but
double check, please.
I think it's Shimazu who's on the...
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Nariakira Shimazu.
What is that boat doing there? It's right in the middle of the...
Kaneko board.
I'm not sure what that boat is doing there, getting in everybody's way. Is that an official boat, or is it just some bloke out for a fish? Is he just out there trying to catch some squid or something? I have no idea. But anyway, he's...
or maybe a team coach?
Is it can you have a coach out there on the water?
Doubt it. I would doubt
Very
it.
strange. I have no idea what he's doing in the middle of the course. But anyway, that's not our problem for now. But look at this. I think Wout Garou has blown this race apart, Matthew. He looks like he's put the foot to the pedal to the floor, and he is putting a lot of distance between himself. The only man possibly close enough to rope him in at the moment is the Japanese paddler Shimizu, but I don't think he's going to get him either. This is a bold move from our defending champion.
As Sergio Cantona lost ground there, I can see him in the middle of our screen on the NSP board, but there's... is that... Oh, that's the SIC Maui board. I thought that was a starboard, so
No,
we still have that Japanese
that's
paddler, but the
Miyahari.
field is very, very much spread between those four. Only the Japanese is able to stick with Vai Garou from France, who's well set by the look of it, as we are probably 1.5 kilometer away from the finish line to pick up a second gold medal in the long distance.
Yeah, that's super impressive. What a weekend the family's had. What a weekend they've had already. We're not even into the weekend, and they've had a great weekend. But they've older brother Noik, two-time world champion this week already, and it looks like now, unless something very, very strange happens, younger brother is going to go back to back with the world titles in the junior distance race. Is this his last year as a junior? Do you know, Matthew?
I think he's got one more year to go.
Oh my
17,
God!
so
Seriously? Wow.
Is he? I can't remember what the rule is on age. He's 17 this year.
So he should have one more year, I think.
I reckon so.
One more year. Would you want to bet against him next year? I wouldn't have thought so. Look at him go. That is a big distance now. If we can go, I wonder if our GPS. Well, I don't think he's been on the GPS tracker, so we probably can't get an idea of how much distance there is between him and the second paddler, the Japanese paddler Shimizu. But I tell you what, there's no way. Shimizu now, look at him now, trying to lift up, get a bit of a pace going, but he's not going to catch Wout Garou. He's got the smell of victory in his nostrils, and now has a sneaky, cheeky look over his shoulder just to see if he has anything to worry about. And the view that he would have seen just then would be quite pleasing, because he would have looked back and he would have thought, well, nobody's going to challenge me. I've got this race to my own. I just need to stay on the board, not fall off, get this job done, and in a moment I will be a world champion. So that is an excellent race there for Wout Garou. Last time we saw the women, it was Italians 1 and 2, Postiglione from Pampanello, and then two Japanese paddlers, Shibaharu from Japan and Hoxis from Hungary. That was your top four in the women the last time we saw, but it'll be the men who will finish first. We'll stick with them until we get to the finish line. There we go. Now we get a good view of the distance between, and there, look at that. Wout Garou has strung out this field. When he decided to go, nobody could go with him, and look at the carnage that he has caused. He has caused incredible carnage, and in fact, I'm looking there in the distance. Is that our New Zealand paddler Quinn Perrott, who may be sneaking up now on Sergio Cantarell? Maybe he can finish in fourth position if he can really lift his rate over the closing stages to celebrate his birthday with a top four finish. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because we are looking here at our reigning world champion. Very hard to see, Matthew, him losing his title from here.
Yeah, only a few hundred meters left for Vai Garou, who's is chasing the bumps and successful at doing so. Look at him almost surfing that bump there, taking him even further away from the chasing Japanese athletes. Vai Garou on the Sonova. He only has a sponsorship with Blackfish, actually, the paddle brand. But Sonova is his board of choice for this competition. I know that backstage there are some some talks going on to sign the phenomenon from New Caledonia, Vai Garyu, who is definitely following in his brother's footsteps.
And as the race goes on, the longer the race goes, the bigger the gap is getting between Voit Guru in front of this field and sitting second at the moment. It's been a brave race from our Japanese paddler Shimazu. He's sitting clearly in second. He's Japanese too. And in fact, now look at this. Voit Guru's actually lifted his work rate. He's actually lifted his work rate as he gets towards the final buoy. In just a moment, he'll be going around this final buoy and then heading to the shore to run through the victory gate and to become back-to-back world junior champion. Sitting back there in third, it is the second Japanese paddler, Kotaro Miyahari, and then Sergio Cantarell, who had a swim. He fell into the water, lost all momentum, and he has now fallen back to a distant fourth. And another look at that there, another sneaky look over the shoulder there from Guru, but he'd be very happy with what he just saw. Nobody's going to get near him now. He can probably start to hear the crowd. You can see there is the finish line at the top of the screen. Yep.
My God, you've got one red buoy to turn around, and he will be facing the beach of Jomtien here in Pattaya, Thailand, to get another gold medal, his second ICF gold medal in the long distance.
Everything has gone right for him. He had a race in 4, but then when the time came for the challenge to be made, off he went and nobody could go with him. He strung them out very quickly. And as I mentioned before, the carnage he left behind him, well, it's there for everyone to see now. Big gaps between him and the rest of the field. This top 4 has really strung out. In fact, I'm expecting to see a bit of a challenge coming for the 4th position, but let's not worry about that just yet, because you can see behind, here he goes around the last buoy.
He's already claiming it.
I think so.
Just 200 meters to go for Vai Garyu, who won silver yesterday in the sprints. He's going to pick up a second medal, but this time it is gold awaiting for him on the finish line. Vai Garyu from New Caledonia, France, will get his second gold medal in the long distance.
And about to become an uncle, of course, down the track, because we heard the news today that his brother is expecting.
You heard it from Mr. Tolosa?
I heard it from you. You were the man with the finger on the pulse. So he's going to become an uncle later on or early next year. But let's look at his style as he comes to the finish line. What an impressive young man. The future of stand-up paddling is in very good hands. And I'm sure if he does have another year of junior paddling left, there'll be a lot of senior paddlers who'll be very happy that he's not ready to go into the senior ranks just yet, because he is in such good form. Coming down now to the finish line.
This fine young man has a lot of maturity actually in his preparation. He trains twice a day. So his life is totally focused on, apart from school, obviously. Look at him on the bottom of your screen. Vai Garyu is totally focusing on training for SUP racing, and he's paced himself so well in this competition, this long distance 10K. We are just over 1 hour. Vai Garyu, the new world champion, and he receives a big hug from his big brother. So we've got 2 Garyus now who are crowned long distance world champions, and this is the whole Garyu family, not the whole Garyu family. They've got a big brother, and also their mom Caroline, who's surely watching from home from Japan, though, picking up the silver medal.
Shimazu from Japan coming across. Oh, well, we missed him crossing the line, but he has taken the silver medal. A very brave race from the young man from Japan. Coming in 3rd position, it is the second Japanese paddler, Kotaro Miyahari. Yes, he will take 3rd. He was up there in the lead group. We took a while to identify him. We were surprised. He was a surprise packet early on, and he's held on to take this bronze medal.
A big thanks to our SUP race community watching on YouTube, and especially to Yoshi, who was able to confirm who these athletes were. So the athlete on the SIC Maui board is Kotaro Miyahira. A good finish. 2 Japanese paddlers. That's also pretty new in the junior world.
Well, we saw them doing well in the men's, of course. We had 2 paddlers there in the top 4, and here we have in the juniors two men on the podium. So fantastic result, and coming in now in 4th place, we believe that is
Cantoral
from Spain. He had a tumble off his board on the last stretch.
He's from that Daniel Pares Water Sport Club I was talking about this morning, coached by Daniel Pares, and most likely also by Vincent Guillaume, who pays them a visit quite regularly, the French coach from Brittany, France.
So we've determined now who the boys are. Let's see if we can catch up now and see if there's been any change at the front of the junior women's field. There was a group of... Oh, we're going to have an interview first. So in a moment we'll do an interview first, then straight after the interview we will cross to the front of the women's field and see if there's been any change there to the women. But are we ready for our champion? We're ready for our champion. Let's have a listen to our junior world champion, another of the Guru family. He's defended his title from last year. Let's have a listen to Voi Guru, our 2023 ICF Junior Long Distance World Champion.
The Garyud brothers are unstoppable. We have Vaik over here, Nuik's younger brother, and he just won the under-18 gold medal at the ICF distance race. So Vaik, how was your race?
Considered very easy. A lot of wind, very hot. I took a really bad start, so I'm pushing hard in the 1 lap to take the lead. And in second lap I push again really hard to take the first place, so I'm very happy to be there.
It was a fantastic performance you had there. You had a real gap at the end. You came in by yourself. I think the next guy was a good 10-15 seconds behind you. What was your tactics for the race? Do you have any tactics?
Yeah, at the last green buoy, I pushed hard because there were some little bumps. So I pushed hard, I took the bump, and that's all.
Cool. And so your brother's racing, you're racing, your dad's racing. You know, how is it to race with your whole family?
I'm very happy. It's the first travel with all the family. Mom is not here, but maybe the next year. So now it's very happy. I'm very happy. It's very cool to have all the family to support us.
Exactly. Got to get mum and grandma racing next year, huh? All right. Thank you, Vaik, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Yeah, congratulations to our junior world champion. Wear your GPS next time, bro. Don't go without the GPS.
Pretty humble young man, actually.
All right, let's while we're talking about, we can analyse what he had to say, but let's see if we can find our lead pack for our women now, because they are getting now towards the business end of their race as well. Last time we caught up with them, there were 4 in the front group. We had 2 Italians, a Hungarian and a Japanese paddler, all in the group of 4 at the front of the women's race. It was Postiglione from Pampanelli, Shibahari from Japan, and Kossis from Hungary. So we're just now going to try and find where our leading pack are. But just while we're doing that, I mean, Voi Karu just talking about there, the family. There's, a family that lives together, trains together, works hard together, puts pressure on each other, must just drive each of them to levels that you and I would never understand.
Well, tomorrow I'm not calling it the 2023 ICF SUP World Championships. I'm calling it the Garyud Show, because 4 medals have already been awarded to 2 Garyud brothers, and their dad is even racing as well.
I think that's our group of 4 there. That looks like Cecilia is back in front, is she? Cecilia Pampanelli is first. Sitting behind her, I think, is it the Japanese paddler?
No, it is Claudia.
No, Claudia's
Postiglione
second, and
in
it's a
second.
bit hard to tell from this. So it's the same quartet.
So it is Xila Coxis from Hungary in third, and in
Yeah.
fourth it is Shibahara, the Japanese paddler.
So the question is here, we heard Voit Guru say at the second last buoy, the buoy at the very top of the course, that's when he made his move. So the question is here, when will Cecilia Pampanelli, because she'd be the one you expect to make a move, she'd be the one you would expect to try and blow this quartet apart to make a big move, but at the moment they are sticking with her. They are waiting, they are watching, they are really trying to make sure that they don't give her an opportunity to sneak away and to try and catch this race early.
Well, she's expected to do that for sure, but as she was saying to me yesterday after the silver medal in the sprints yesterday, she is struggling a little bit with her new board, just not because it's not a good board, but because it's new and it takes a while to get accustomed to a new board, especially in those conditions. That crosswind is definitely it's a strong wind. It's definitely making it more difficult for her on that starboard board. But she's still nevertheless at the front and took a lead early. So I'm pretty sure with all the experience she's got that she knows what she's doing. The big surprise comes from that second athlete, Claudia Postiglione from Italy, only 15 years old and about to potentially score a podium in the junior women's division on long distance.
So ignore the red short athlete there. He's from the men's group. I think he's just fallen back a little bit there, so he's not part of that leading women's group. There are four there. Just looking at the body language, Matthew, and looking at they all look incredibly tired. But at the back of the field there, at the back of that four, Shibahara does look like she's just struggling a little bit to hold on. I've said this before though, and I've been proven wrong, but she looks like the one who may be of the quartet, maybe the one that might miss out on a medal if they have a race to the finish. We know how fast Pampanella is in a sprint. Postiglione was also very good. Koksic, the Hungarian, I think you said, former swimmer. Koksic now
swimming champion in Hungary, for sure. And just to cover my back, in case I made a mistake in the name, there is someone whose figure is quite close to that of Claudia Postiglione, and that's the athlete from South Africa, Chiara Vorster. I can't remember if she was on the starboard or the NSP board yesterday, but Chiara has got curly hair, she's short, she's blonde. I just can't remember if she was on starboard or and she did pretty well in the sprint competition
but
as well.
I think and let's see if we can get the GPS information up again. I think I saw, didn't I see Postiglione's name up there on the GPS tracker in that front group, but we might get our tech guys to put up the GPS information again on this top four if they can, because that will confirm for us who they are. But I'm pretty certain that I saw Postiglione's name up there earlier on in the front four. So let's see if we can get some confirmation. So no doubt though, what's going on in the background there? Somebody's having a bit of fun. Don't cause any dramas for our paddlers, please, mate, in your big fast boat. No doubt about our leader at the moment, though. I think we both agree that it is indeed Cecilia Pampanella in front. We do agree, don't we, that it is Koksic there in third position from Hungary. I think we can agree as well that it is Shibahara from Japan sitting fourth. And I'm reasonably confident that it's Postiglione sitting second. But I know you're covering your back, but I'm pretty confident that we saw her name come up earlier on in the GPS in the tracker. And yes, and we saw her take the lead for a little bit as well. So I'm pretty confident when she took the lead, we saw her name pop up in the GPS. But look, Wouldn't be the first time this weekend I've been made to look foolish. Look, what is it between friends? Let's make me look foolish again. But I'm going to call it at this stage that is Italy 1-2, Hungary 3rd, and Japan 4th. As this women's race heads towards, what do we have? The Voiguru went over in just over an hour, didn't he? It just clicked over to the hour mark. So the women now are at an hour and 6. So they're probably 5 to 10 minutes away, you would think, from a race to the finish. Oh, that doesn't tell us we're missing it. Would you believe it?
Well,
no. There's Vorster. There's Vorster down the bottom there. Was that the South African athlete you were talking?
Really far back then, plus 450
And that's the South African
meters.
athlete you were talking about, though, isn't it? So
that wouldn't be of Vorster.
So let's-
Chiara Vorster in that top 4.
let's
I will stick to Claudia Postiglione. Yes, I think that's
unless it's Logothetti.
no.
Well, it
Logothetti
says
is
there that
not-
she's 50. It
not
says
there.
133 now.
No,
So
she's probably in 5th right now. Logothetti.
she is. Yep, she is.
And she's got long, straight dark hair. So Cecilia Pampinella in the lead from Italy. Claudia Postiglione in 2nd place. Cila Coxis in 3rd. That's a great result so far. Touch wood for Cila Coxis, but sitting calmly in 4th place and waiting for a moment to burst potentially is Kanae Shibahara, the SIC Maui in 4th place at the back of that leading group.
I'll tell you what, they're like crouching tiger, hidden dragon at the moment, aren't they, Matthew? They're just waiting to make a move. Look at Cecilia Pampinelli just readjusting her singlet there, her race singlet. We're going to see the finish line now. We're going to see in any moment now we are going to see the Italian make her move, because we're coming up to that last boy and then it's a sprint to the finish. We're going to get a look here of where they are. There's the final boy in front of them. That's what is in store for these young ladies. I hope the boys on the outside don't get in the way. They need to fight. They need to keep a wide berth here and not interfere with this finish to what's going to be a super junior women's race. Oh, I tell you what, you wouldn't want to be chasing down Cecilia Pampinelli if she's in front.
Yeah, for sure, but still she's been leading for 9 kilometers and 800 meters, so surely that's tiring. Is she going to pay all the efforts that she put at the front? Claudia Postiglione in a good position. We could see yesterday she's a great sprinter.
Oh.
Cila Coxis is also fast. Now Cecilia Pampinella making her move, accelerating just before the last buoy of the course.
She turns first for home.
Pretty good safe turn there for Cecilia Pampinella, who is now hammering. But look at Claudia Postiglione, another Italian.
Is going after her, so it's Pampinelli in front. Postiglione is coming at her. Look at this. We are going to have a nail-biting finish. The Hungarian is sitting in 3rd, but look at Postiglione. I think she's got her. She's taken a different line. Pampinelli in front, Postiglione on the top of the screen. I think Postiglione, Matthew, might have put her nose in front.
Virtually in the lead, Claudia Postiglione, the Italian.
Now
from
Pampinelli.
Taranto.
Pampinelli digging deep now as well. Has Postiglione gone too early? There's a male paddler who might get in the way here. I really hope that he doesn't interfere in this finish. Because a little bit of a wobble.
Balance.
Little bit of a wobble there for Pampinelli. Postiglione now clearly in front.
In the lead, Claudia Postiglione, the 15-year-old phenomenon from Italy.
And look at the Coxic coming through as well, putting a challenge in for the silver medal, but it is Postiglione who is in front. Pampinelli, I don't think she's got anything to give. I think she's resigned to the fact that she's going to get another silver medal. It's going to be her Italian teammate, Claudio Postiglione. What a perfectly judged race.
And one of the biggest upsets of these 2023 ICF SUP Worlds, Claudia Postiglione, the 15-year-old Italian, taking the gold medal here in Pattaya, Thailand, the new long-distance junior world champion, Claudia Postiglione, 15-year-old.
What a race, what a finish. I mean, to back yourself in, to out-sprint Cecilia Pampanelli, you have to have a lot of guts, a lot of confidence, because there's no doubt about it. And there is Cecilia Pampanelli behind her. She'd be 2 silver medals. Look, for mere mortals like you and I, Matthew, we would be super happy with that. But 2 days in a row now, she's just been pipped in a tight finish. But what a result. She can barely stand, this young girl. She's given it her all.
That's her coach, Mario.
What a race. And I think we didn't see who got third, but let's say it was Coxix from Hungary who got third. She certainly looked like she was in third position. She was challenging.
Cecilia Pampanella.
Yeah, but I think Pampanella held on to get the silver, and then the bronze medal, we think, going to Coxix from Hungary, the bronze.
The bronze medal
Yes,
goes to
yeah.
Hungary, and the fourth place would be occupied by Canoe Shibahara, Japan on the SIC Maui board. What a finish by the 15-year-old Claudia Postiglione. We love surprises, we love new faces, and Claudia Postiglione, in only 2 or 3 months of international SUP racing, has just made a name for herself on the international scene here in Thailand at the ICF 2023 SUP World Championships in the long distance. She's got the gold. Another Italian goes on the podium. She is the defending champion. Cecilia Pampanella gets a second silver medal this week, and in third place, Silak Oxis. We all obviously want official confirmation, so in a few moments we will have probably our top 10 results popping up on our screens, but that's what we've seen so far, and it has been amazing to see that final sprint line by Claudia Postiglione, claiming her first world title at only 15 years old.
Yeah, and the bravery of there we go. There's the confirmation for the boys, with Japan taking silver and bronze, but no doubt at all. Look at the distance there between gold and silver, 36 seconds between, 0.36. No, that's 36 seconds, yeah. 1 hour, 2 minutes and 38 seconds, 1 hour, 2 minutes, 0.02 seconds. So 36 seconds between first and second. That's comprehensive.
Yeah, you must be very pleased for Queen Pirit, who was 7th on that in that top 10. I was personally very pleased with Hector Jessel making it the top 10. Also a newcomer on the SUP racing scene, has been doing really well in Great Britain, and is now only starting to compete internationally. Hector Jessel, the tall 18-year-old man from Cornwall, from Newquay, Cornwall. He's a surf instructor over there. He makes it in the top 10.
So we are now just waiting. I think we'll have an interview with our winner.
Chiara Vorster. That is Chiara Vorster. Look.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I can see now
it was
why.
An easy. Could have been an easy mistake.
But she does have. Thank you very much for this, by the way. If all athletes could do that next year, wear the colours of their flag on their racing breeches, that would help us a lot. It would help us a lot, wouldn't it?
It would.
And maybe they can, I don't know. Anyway, some things to take away for next year.
So no more white on yellow.
No more white on yellow with the bibs. It's too hard.
One thing we need to remember from this junior event.
So I'm going to leave you to wrap up the juniors here. I'm going to head down there and try and get some interviews and see if we can find out some winners. It's been fantastic today bringing you coverage of these races. I know it's been a bit of a struggle for you at home sometimes. It's been a struggle for us too, believe you me. But we've been doing our best.
You know what the good thing is? We got it right in the end, and that's very satisfying, I have to say, given that we didn't have much information. I had a quick run on the beach just before the event, just to visually identify some of the guys. I think we called it early for Vai Garyu. I was pretty sure that was a Japanese guy at the front. The only thing I was missing is his bib number and the name. So that was at least a good guess for the citizenship of that athlete.
You did well.
And,
you did well.
Sergio
So
Cantola, easy to identify, of course.
So I'm going to leave you now to tell everybody how good you were today. But you were good. I'll say it first. You were very, very good again today. Fantastic calling as always, Matthew. We expect but we do expect the very, very best from you. We hold you to higher standards than people hold me to, which is good. I appreciate that. But you've done a great job as always. I'm going to pop down and see if I can find a winner or two. And I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Matthew Essier, who's waiting for confirmation of our top 3 and our top 10 for the women.
So those interviews you're doing, actually, Ross, what are they for? Because
Yeah,
they don't
so
pop
you'll-
up on the screen.
No,
Are they
you'll
for
see
social
those.
media?
You can see those on our Planet Canoe Facebook page, and also you might see them pop up on our Planet Canoe website, embedded in some of the articles which I'll be writing tonight to wrap up today's racing. So that's coming up later on tonight.
And we've got our new world champion with Trevor Teddington. Take it away, Trevor.
I want to introduce you to our newest junior women's champion. She's just claimed the gold medal. Her name is Claudia Postiglione. She's from Italy and she's 15 years old. Do you have anything you want to tell us today?
Hello everybody, I'm Claudia Postiglione and today I won the long distance race. I'm so happy and proud of me.
Fantastic, really great job out there today. It was a really fast finish. The girls are all so close together, but you did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, she's proud of herself. And we can also say we are proud of her, because what she has done today is just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing, to take away the win from the defending champion Cecilia Pampinella, who has been absolutely huge on the international racing scene, not just as a junior but also as now one of the fastest women in the world. Is just an immense feat, and now nobody can take it away from her. Claudia Postiglione from Taranto in the south of Italy, coached by Mario, in one of the most active youth groups in Italy. Actually, I was lucky to share the bus with Mario yesterday. That's the guy who was hugging Claudia Postiglione right after she crossed that finish line earlier on. So he's doing a great job with lots of youngsters who are choosing SUP racing as their main sport down in the Taranto area in the south of Italy. So well done, Claudia Postiglione, an immense new world champion at only 15 years old. Cecilia Pampinella took the second spot. We're still waiting for the official results of the podiums. We think it is Cecilia Pampinella in second, although we didn't see cross the line Cecilia Pampinella, who was when we left her just 10 meters away from hitting the beach, unless Sheila Coxis was able to out sprint her on all the way to the finish line. I'm pretty confident it was Claudia Postiglione 1, Cecilia Pampinella 2nd and 3rd. Yes, Cecilia Pampinella 2nd. I've got a confirmation from offshore photographer Georgia, and Sheila Coxis came in 3rd from Hungary. So that's a huge result also for a newcomer and that's his newcomer to the international junior racing scene. That's huge. And in 4th, we expect it was Kanae Shibahira, the SIC Maui young team rider, who crossed the line in 4th. Wow, what a huge finish by 4. And that's actually the last race we're going to be covering today. There is an inflatable race coming up. We might leave the cameras on, but I don't think we'll be able to commentate that race. We don't have really a start list in front of us right now, although we expect Michael Booth, if he is signed up for that race, to potentially retain his world title on that one. You know what? I'm going to go to the beach right now. I'm going to watch from the beach and give the results of that inflatable race on the Total SUP social media pages live. And I'm just going to say goodbye. Ross Solly, my co-commentator, is right now on the beach interviewing the winners, and it will be posted on Planet SUP, Planet Canoe social media pages. And we will be back tomorrow for the first day of the technical race competition, with some preliminary rounds with the initial heats, and on Sunday we will have our quarterfinals, semifinals and finals. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Yoshi from Japan, I assume, for saving the day in the junior men's race, for confirming who those two Japanese paddlers were. This afternoon we have two new world champions in the junior division, Vai Gariou and from France, and Claudia Postiglione. My name is Mathieu Astier. You can call me Mr. Total SUP. I will see you tomorrow online. I will be posting, of course, the schedules on social media, so you're sure not to miss a thing of what is to be expected. Grandiose finale of these 2023 SUP World Championships here in Thailand. Good night everyone, or good afternoon, or good morning if you're just getting up, and more of these amazing SUP race actions tomorrow.
Attention all racers, please, junior woman board 364, please come to the board control immediately. Please, we need to weigh your board. Board 364, please come back to weigh your board, junior woman. Thank you. Test, test. Test. Men and women inflatable, please come to ID control. We will close ID control soon. Men and women inflatable, please come to ID control. Race in 1 inflatable, race 2 inflatable, come to ID control. Any inflatable, men and women, please come to ID control. We will close soon. We will close in 5 minutes. Inflatable, please come. Get ready to your start.
中继版竞赛者，请马上到 ID Control 报到，我们在10分钟后就关闭。
ID control is still open for 2 minutes for inflatable. You've got the last 2 minutes chance to come to your start. Inflatable race 1 and 2, please come to ID control. Test.
中继版竞赛者，请在2分钟内到 ID Control 报到，之后你就不好报到了。
Inflatable ID is still open. 2 minutes to close ID for inflatable. 2 minutes to close for inflatable. Any inflatable participants, come to ID, men and women, please. This way. Thank you, thank you. Welcome all racers for Inflatable race. We have 10 minutes to the start. ID for Inflatable is closed now.
Inflatables, we have 5 minutes to the start, 5 minutes. We have 3 minutes to the inflatable race. 3 minutes.
So thank you those who have stuck with us for our final race of today. We're about to have the inflatable races for men and for women. Now it's just an all-in here, so we have all age groups thrown in together. So you'll see a few names there. It's a very long start list there for the men, but all sorts of different age groups have been thrown into the mix for this race. The defending men's champion is Michael Booth from Australia. He's already had the distance race earlier today.
All competitors, be prepared.
And he's out there again now, about to have a crack, and we're underway. We're underway. Can we get the start list off the screen? Yep, there we go. So we can just have a look. And a bit of a ragtag start there. All sorts of things happening at the start. But this is the men's race underway. So we are looking for, there's some big names in this race. Michael Booth is there from Australia. Andre Crater. I saw Vladimir Korobov's name on the list. Paolo Marconi is on there as well. So there's a lot of athletes out there who are very determined to... Oh, and we've had a spill early on. One of the early leaders has gone into the water early. So this is a 5-kilometre race. A 5-kilometre race with our inflatable athletes underway. And it does look like it may be, is that Andre Crater in front already from Bulgaria. You can see Michael Booth there, I think, sitting in the third position. And right next to him, I think, let's see, what bib number 45, I think, is it? Or 25. Just trying to get a look here from our angle.
Left shoulder turn. Then you run to the beach.
But it's definitely Andre Crater, the Bulgarian, out in front. Michael Booth sitting there in about to come up and challenge for second position. Then I think it's Paolo Marconi, I think, possibly sitting there as well. Is it? Let's try and get a look. If we can get a better angle there. I apologise there, the drone is a little bit blurry. But no doubt at all about our leader, that is Andre Crater, the former canoe sprint paddler representing Bulgaria now. He's started off in his life as representing Ukraine. I think he went to Azerbaijan for a little bit, went to Russia, and now paddling for Bulgaria. Michael Booth moves into second position, and already a pretty substantial gap opening up between this front three and the rest of the field. As I mentioned, everybody's been thrown in together here. We have paddlers from all age groups competing in the inflatables. It's a new race we introduced last year. I think was the first time we had a race for the inflatables in Poland. And it really, I mean, it's revolutionized stand-up paddling. These are boards that you basically can fold up, put them in your back. Oh, Michael Booth just having a little bit of an issue getting around there. You can see there's a bit of a swell there, which is causing some challenging moments for these paddlers. But now back into their rhythm. Andre Crater closest to the camera. Michael Booth, the Australian, who's also preparing for our ICF Ocean Racing World Championships, which are coming up later this month or early next month in Perth in Western Australia. And he's been doing a lot of, just been talking to his old man, he's been doing a lot of training on the ocean, preparing for those races as well. So busy man. He just loves being on the water and loves giving it his all. He may well have been a little bit disappointed this morning with his performance in the long distance race. Got lost touch with the front group early on in the men's race and just really struggled to catch up, and ended up, I think he finished top 10 in the end. But so now we're having a look at the start list for our women's race, and once again a very strong contingent from China. We have Hungarians, Taipei, Poland, big group, and more Chinese paddlers as well. A couple of Spaniards. Suzak Molinero's there. She's had a big week on the water already. Karaki Logothetti just come out of the junior race. She's going to back up now and do the inflatable. That is a little bit of an effort there, but well done to see her out there competing at this level. Ellie Largues is there. A couple of the Australians are there. More Chinese paddlers. Now, Emmanuel Marcon is there, but is she racing? That's the question. Sarah Odera there from Italy as well. We are racing through these fields. Plenty of local paddlers as well representing Thailand. So I was just going to mention with the inflatables, if you haven't had a crack at an inflatable yet, if you haven't become accustomed to them, you basically pump them up on the beach, and then when you've finished, you can let them down, you can fold it up, you can put them in your glove box almost, in your car if you want. Certainly stick them in your backpack, and they are very, very transportable. We're underway in the women's race. Some are going a little bit faster than others. But it is fantastic to see athletes of all ages out there competing in this inflatable women's race. It's a new addition. Last year was our very first inflatable race. We had it in Poland, and my main man Hoishan Kwon is here with me. And Hoishan, we've got big numbers this year in the women's race and the men's race.
We do, and we're very excited for it. Correct you. So we've actually had inflatables since 2019. That was our first inflatable.
Oh.
And I believe one of our own, at least on the female side, Noemi won. Michael Booth won it last year for men's. And Peloton, Andre Crater won.
So they would be Booth and Crater will be having a real tussle at the front of the field. You can bet that will be unfolding out there in the middle of the course right now. But the women's race is underway, and already you can see they're stringing them out pretty early on. It looks like we've got a breakaway group of 3 paddlers here. I think is that Suzak there in front, in the front 3. I'm just trying to get a look here of who's. Yep. And look at the already the distance being put between the front paddlers, and some of these paddlers, this is their only outing, this is their only time on the water. And now, here we go. Now we're getting out a better shot there of our lead group, and it looks like 222. Is that a lucky Chinese number? Could well be. It's in fact it's
Korea.
It's a Korean. You should know Hoishan. You probably have been paddling with her at some stage, maybe.
There's a good chance.
So we have.
As my own country.
You should have done. Sujong Lim from Korea out in front, and looks like sitting on the outside. I'd like to think that's. See if we can see a bib number there. There's a couple of unfamiliar looking faces out there and unfortunately we're just struggling to get the drone in focus. Gee, look at that swell now out there. That is really making for some challenging conditions.
I think on the SIC board it's 224 from Indonesia.
Is that right? Okay, well, do we have GPS on any of these athletes? Okay, so that's going to make for a challenge, but if that's the case, definitely it's a 222 out in front. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Not sure if that is an Indonesian paddler. That could possibly be.
On this turn, I think we'll
get a better view here. Ooh. 222 in front. That is the paddler from Korea, and now it does look like it is the Indonesian paddler 224. Ooh, just look at the swell there and the challenge that it's putting up here for the lead athletes. And somebody's actually taken a swim going around that first buoy. Some of the men are already starting to struggle a little bit keeping up. He's been overtaken. So a breakaway group of 3 now. They're chasing our Korean leader, who is Sujong Lim of Korea. The Indonesian paddler, we believe, is Adi Sitangzi from Indonesia, going out a little bit wider, maybe trying to get a ride in on the current. I think it's actually, this is some of the rougher conditions we've seen today, isn't it? Earlier on today it was windy, but there certainly wasn't the swell that we're seeing now, which is adding some new challenges for our paddlers.
But luckily it wasn't like crosswind the women saw earlier. I was talking to Fiona after the race. She was telling me how tough it was paddling through that chopper.
So we are well and truly now. It's a 5 kilometre race, this one, so a lot shorter than our main races. It's the final events of today. It's been a long day. If you're just catching up, we've had the men's and women's long distance race. We've had the juniors, we've had the under 40s, we've had the under 50s. We've crowned some new world champions. We've seen some world champions retain their crowns. It's been a really special day of racing, and we're really happy to bring you now the inflatable race. As we lose a bit of distance between ourselves on the shore here and the paddlers out on the water, we'll try and bring you some more information when we can.
So right now on the screen, I believe that's Michael Booth in front and Andre Creighton in second.
Yep. So I don't know if that is there's Michael Booth there, and Andre Creighton right on his hammer. So they are. Look at the swell there. These two paddlers, they're having a good time. They're going to get seasick, I think, out there in the front of the course. But it is definitely Booth in front, Creighton second, and distance to third. Do they look like they're having a good time out there, Hoishan? I think Michael Booth's having he loves the inflatable. Yeah. He's just he's having a great old time out there, bouncing up and down on the swell. I'm sure he's really happy to have Andre Creighton sitting right on his tail, just biding his time. We saw Andre Creighton fly out of the start blocks.
Andre Creighton didn't do the distance race, right?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't do the distance, so he was keeping his powder dry for this race. I saw him earlier in the week and I said, why aren't you doing both? He says, I can't do both races on one day. I said, no way. So he was happy just to have the morning off, maybe have a bit of a sleep in, and then come out here for the 5 kilometre inflatable race. But look at the distance already. We're getting a good view from the drone here of the distance between the front two boys and the rest of the field. We cannot even see the rest of the field. And there we have there, very hard to tell from this distance who that is sitting in third position, but they're well off the pace at this stage. So next year, one of the reasons I wanted to get behind the microphone was to talk up next year's World Championships, because we're off to Sarasota in Florida in November of next year, and Hoishan already, the organising committee for that event, are already getting things in place. They're starting to talk about what they might put on. It's going to be one hell of a show. I know you were there a month or so ago doing the World Cup event there. It's I think it's going to be a great event next year.
Well, it's going to be fantastic. The weather there is really good. You just have to watch out for gators, but weather's going to be good. Florida, close to many attractions like Disney World, Universal. It's going to be fun. Park itself, it's actually.
Wait, can I just say, why did you talk about the alligators when we had our photographer Georgia Schofield standing right next to us? Because now she's shaking her head and saying, "I'm not going in the water." She says, "I'm not going in the water." It's the pig fat again, though, Georgia. I told you, pig fat scares off everything. Everything, not just sharks. You've never seen a pig taken by a shark, and I'm going to say you may never have seen a pig taken by an alligator, although I may be proven wrong on that. But definitely the pig fat will do the trick next year in Florida for the World Championships in Sarasota.
And I can confirm the dates right now. It's going to be November 20th to 24th.
Check local retailers though for more information. Check your local TV guides.
And we're going to be opening up the registration in a month or so.
Wow! So people can get in nice and early. Is there a reward for registering early?
Cheaper registration price. Please don't wait till last minute.
There you go, folks. If you ever needed a reason to get in early, cheaper prices. That's the answer. All right, so we might try and we'll take a break and we'll try and catch up with the field when they take the turn at the top of the course and start to head for home, and we'll see if we can identify some of our race leaders.
giờ thông mấy muaตั้งแต่เริ่มแล้วไม่โบนไม่พูดความทันยืนตากแดดโอ้น้ำขาดน้ำเป็น100 เมตรเลยโอ้มองไม่เห็นไม่ใช่หรอ อกซิเจนออกซิเจนออกไม่กินเดี๋ยวนี้แพ้แต่ไอ้สงสัยไอ้ดำๆที่คาดเอวคืออะไรมันมีเป็นกล่องไม่ใช่มันเนี่ยก็ต้องมาเบิกตรงเนี้ยตรงที่ก่อนเข้าก่อนแล้วก็รัดเอวไว้เครื่องจับเวลาวิ่งเข้ามาแล้วหยุดเวลา
Dear participants of race 1, race U13 men, the race is postponed at 5:30, so we'll start ID control at 5 for you. Parents, just please be aware that you are not allowed to enter inside. After ID control, your athletes are strong and they will paddle, so our parents stay here. Spectators area.
13岁和15岁的孩子竞赛，请注意，将会延迟到5点半开始，所以我们会在5点钟到 ID Control 报到。家长请注意，家长不可以跟着孩子进去竞赛的地方，所以孩子要自己拿他的板。
เข้าแล้วจะเข้าแล้วขึ้นแล้วจะขึ้นแล้ว
Testing. Parents and coaches for very young kids, especially the under 13 and under 15, please bring them to take a look at the map in front of ID control. They show the map. It is 2 laps, right, for the 1 kilometer. 2 laps means 2 rounds. Testing. 孩子们的比赛，13岁和15岁以下的家长和教练们，如果你的孩子还不确认他的几圈，请带他们到前面的前面的图片去确认是2圈1000米。
Dear young athletes, dear kids, race 1, kids race U13 men, ID is open now for you. Race 2, ID is open. Race 3 and 4 also. So all participating in kids racing, please come to ID control. Parents, please be ready to leave your kids here at ID. Thank you.
Parents, hang on. All kids, please make sure your kids is equipped with the safety equipment. All kids are precious to you. I'm sure you're not going to allow them onto the water without a PFD or their life jacket. So please don't come report without the PFD. Alright? And the kids, if they are able to compete, they are strong enough to carry their own boards, we cannot allow parents to go in. Please get your kids to carry their own boards. Thank you. My apologies, we've been updated. Leash is compulsory, PFD is optional. Alright? PFD is optional because we are bringing the race course closer to shore. Leash is compulsory, PFD is optional. But please make sure that the bibs number is visible. Do not tuck it or tie it up. We must be able to see the kids number, race number. I repeat one more time, leash is compulsory, PFD is optional, okay?